My name is Denis. I'm senior SAR reliability engineer. I'm from Ukraine, and today I'm based in UK. And obviously, thank you for your supporting actually Ukraine. Yeah. So, and today I would like to talk about the ARI. I call it ARI. So AI reliability engineering. It's not about the AI hype. It's not about the AI, swap the developers and whatever, but rather it's all about our, experience as a SRE engineers and all kind of issues, problem, and challenges that we face it with the AI, especially for the business. So, yeah, a bit about me. I'm big fan of telco. So it was the, mobile operator, IP transit, internet providers, and whatever. Also, I doing YouTube podcast, and you are welcome and free to connect me on social media. I'm open for the collaboration. Yeah. So the agenda for today. It's a bit about my inspiration of all topic, and I would like to, to bring to you actually this interesting for the topic. Some numbers, business, and that are AI current state related from the reliability point of view, not just, in general. Challenges and some kind of demo with the after GTP. But before we start, may I ask you, is there who never used AI before? ChatGPT or whatever? Never used before. Okay, all what? Okay, all try the GPT. Okay, and maybe someone from the SRE or DevOps fields? Great, great, great. Okay, yeah. And how about the LLM or whatever in a production environment? Great, yeah, nice. Okay, so the thing is that business guys, they already come to us and ask that, hey, you engineers, listen up. I train in my 10 giga model, from my, Nintendo Switch, and go ahead to deploy it in production, So this is very ambition, target. But the thing is that we should be ready, for these challenges, because of it's not just the, just the push the button and whatever, because of this is the very complex things. So what my motivation is? A couple of months on the GFK, we hosted London SRE community meetup. It's all about the bridging the gap from the ML ops to SRE, to communicate, to work together. At the same time, the London DevOps community, they actually did 2 meetup already. And one of them, it was about the opportunities and risk of AI from the DevOps perspective. And the second one, it was brilliant. Patrick Dubois, the father of DevOps, he did actually the live coding with the Llama locally, but the point is that he focusing on all challenges about the security, these policies and costs and whatever. So, and this time actually, maybe a couple of months ago, I have a speech for the data platform SRE, and we talk about this all AI challenges. Also, I have some kind of episode in my podcast with the real business, with the legal guy, and I gathering all the information, actually the requirements from the business and the problems from the legal side. Some numbers. 15% of UK businesses already adopt at least one AI technology in a business. 45, 64, sorry, percent, they believe that AI increased the productivity of the business. So this is the motivation. And 83%, they already considering using AI in their strategy as a high priority. So this is the motivation. And Databricks, this is the report of state of data and AI on current year. You can find it's very interesting that more than 1,000% of businesses using SaaS LLM. So I mean the ChatGPT, OpenAI, and whatever. So, and one of the things is that from the 3 experiment models, 1 going to the production for today, you know. But because before we worked on an email site, and in most of the case it was just the experiments, you know. But today we're ready to move it in the production. So the current state for the SRE and DevOps perspective. So we know that, I'm pretty sure you know that statistics from the ChatGPT that 100 million users after 2 months after the launching. So it's crazy. It's half of billion real visitors on the actually in your infrastructure, you know. So, and of course the GPT 3.5, they scale, they distribute on the 1,000 of nodes of Kubernetes, and we will take this case in a few minutes because of it's very interesting. You can find actually scaling Kubernetes to 7,000 nodes. This is the report of OpenAI, and all kind of challenges inside of the Kubernetes itself. You know this hype maybe with the LangChain. So because of we can use the one LLM, but it's limited for the for everything. But we can chain the models, and the Harrison Chase, he started with the Python library. Next, he adopted it for the JavaScript, and bam, he in the Forbes. For the stack, what we have on the plate today. So maybe this framework, Ray. This is the runtime. It's all about the distributed computing for the models, actually. It's under the hood of the ChatGPT, GPT itself, actually, for today. This Copilot stack? Microsoft, they are crazy about the stack in everyone. So now they open this Copilot chat inside of your VS Code. So now you can produce this tests for your code. You can simplify your code or anything else inside of your, IDE. Mojo. Mojo is, the special language, especially for the developing the models. And of course, the GitHub for the models. This is the Hugging Face. And for today, you can upload, download, or even running the pre-training model on these resources. Yeah, so, and the second, our case related to the OpenAI, this is the after GPT. So this is the open source model that it's not just a model, it's some kind of framework for the agents. So there is a, maybe this is the agents. So you have a model and there is agents. So you can put your request outside of the perimeter or make some kind of, text to the image or text to the video and whatever. So all the things actually does with the agents. So after GPT, you can actually launch it locally and try all the things. And yeah, that's fine. So the challenges we expected and unexpected on this field. First one, this is for the business and for the DevOps itself. So business should be considering to build, to buy, or to use the open source models. So to build your own model, this is the, so it's so expensive because that, this hype that GPT, 1 day operation of GPT, it's more than $500,000 per day, So that's why maybe they consider to buy. But in this case, we have some kind of risks because of data poisoning, because who pre-training, what data was, used to train this model and whatever. The same situation for the open source. But today on the Hugging Face, you can find, I don't know, some kind of special models. For instance, I have been in a KubeCon in Amsterdam this year, and there is some kind of 3 startups related to all kind of DevOps stuff related to the models. And one of them, it was the Slack automation for the especially cloud and DevOps task. And they use the very small, teeny model. They especially training for the DevOps task. So yeah, okay, deployment and scaling. For sure, this is should be cost effective. And about the deployment, the OpenAI case with the Kubernetes on the scale, they dramatically change the workload. Because for now, we have a deployment with our job or cron job, we just put the manifest and whatever. But in case of the OpenAI, they have some kind of restriction, single job on single node. And they changed internally, they changed the, this job resource under the Kubernetes because of, it doesn't work for this case actually. So the next one, the networking. On this scale, probably this Google experiment on the 15,000 node of Kubernetes. They find a lot of interesting things. First of all, it was you just imagine it, 25 gigas on the cluster, generated for the network data just for the single event, for instance, pod create, 25 gigas internal in a network. So this is the, high load actually on the network side. Next one, latency and performance. It's not just about the infrastructure, because the performance and latency on the model side, this is another challenge, because no one wants to wait a minute, before the model give the answer, That's why we need to fine-tune the model. For this one, for sure, the metrics come to scene, because we need to gather a lot of metrics to need about the latency, performance, and fine-tuning and whatever. But the Prometheus stack definitely die on this scale. And actually, OpenAI has this white paper how they changed the Prometheus itself. So because of there is a patch actually for the Prometheus. What next? Legal, cost and legal. 2 more things that we shift left. Because before, as a DevOps, as a SRE, okay, I have some kind of UI, I see the budget, month's budget, okay, so plus, minus, tens of dollars, no problem. But today, the resources, the scale, and training, the model, and whatever, they bring the huge gap for the cost. And for sure, data protection and legal, because of the data lake we are used for the training our model, it should be clear as possible. Because of, for instance, data poisoning, someone just changed the images with some kind of pixel, it can poison your model and use it, in half year, just the single command to get all your infrastructure under control. So you can find this stand, some kind of cyber hackers and whatever. So this is for these guys. Yeah, and I'm already mentioned about the fine tuning and whatever. So this is our DevOps Infinity loop. We have entirely new things related to the AI. LLM itself, the languages, agents, transformers, long chain, they're all about the frameworks, any integration, because for today, OpenAI, they considering the API integration from your infrastructure to outside of your infrastructure. Of course, there is the ML ops. So for now, it's not just the experiments, but this is the flow, Airflow or whatever. Yeah. AI runtime, because of in case we build our own models, we need some kind of computing distribution resources and whatever. For sure, SecOps, FinOps, reliability, and observability and performance. Because of it's not the trivial thing to gathering the metrics on this scale. Okay, a bit, yeah. So this is about the demo. After GPT, I'm already explained what is this. This is some kind of robot with a huge amount of LLMs and all the things. So I give them 5 goals to them to agents. So just to generate the summary for me about the topic, what the risk of the long chain. Okay. Next, generate the image, text to image. They use the DALL-E 2 and save this image locally. So the first one, for sure, we have some kind of cost optimization here because of there is web searching. So this is the hundreds of requests to the web, and next there is 100 requests to the OpenAI. So the cost here. So this is the local access to your local environment. One of the risk. So I asked him git clone my repo because IRE has the repo with some kind of information and whatever. So just clone this repo and commit the changes. So change the README with some kind of summary on the README and the image in the repo and commit the changes and open the PR, for me. So this is the simple things, and I believe I have this. No internet. That's fine. So I have pre-recording ASCII Cinema for you. I leave the link. So this is the terminal session with the text terminal session. You can play with the comments and whatever. But what the thing here? So just for the single prompt, as a prompt engineer, I have some clone this repo and make the change and whatever. It's produced the real prompt to ChatGPT actually. Next, it's starting to search the web. There is and of course I'm no budget here. I just give me $1, because of we need to limit it. But it's 100 of requests to the web, 100 requests to the OpenAI. This is the problem that's just the git clone and open the PR. What the model does for us, it's starting learning how to work the Git from the web, So they read some documentation, find some topics and whatever, they read it. And next, they create the huge prompt and trying to implement with the agents these comments locally. And of course, so anyone, in case of this is not Stack Overflow, it's just a general web. Maybe it can be any data poisoning, so any comment and wrong comment and whatever. And this is the case because of it found some different options that's incorrect options for the Git, and actually they stuck forever. So because of they start the dead loop on this command. That's why I want to point you on the things that we should control. Just this simple example, we should control all of the things. And how we can do this? For now, for today, I'm working for this integration, Open Telemetry. Anyone work with the Open Telemetry? Yeah, great. So, and maybe Grafana stack, new Grafana stack, Loki, yeah? No? So Grafana has the new stack, the entirely all of the things, trace, logs, metrics, and for sure Grafana, you know? And I believe half of year, you know, it's already on production. They did before a lot of things, so they know the right way to create the stuff, you know. So that's why Grafana stack I like. So I'm working on the integration, the Open Telemetry, to such things that AutoGPT or LLM itself to gather all traces, all metrics, you know, and controlling the traffic, policy, costs, all outside of perimeter requests and whatever. So to bring the observability, how the model works. And my outputs, we need to collaborate more across the roles, SRE, MLOps, DevOps, data science, security teams, because for today, as I mentioned, we shift left. We should learn the new stack and frameworks because of, you know, DevOps, how many years? 15 years? Yeah? And there is no result actually. So, you know, we have a lot of methods, we have a lot of tools, but the problem from the dev and ops, you know, they still exist. So the same. So we should learn the new stack and frameworks. Deployment strategies. Based on the AI case, we definitely need to change how we deploy the models and whatever in our infrastructure. You know, cost optimization. It's a huge gap to have a leak of money and costs because of resources, because of attacks, because of data and whatever. You know, and of course the security left. I create some kind of, you know, YouTube episodes today, and I found that a lot of stands about the security, and most of the, you know, topics here about the security. So this is the right time to shift left all our things that we use the infrastructure in the deployment cycle and whatever, or all SDLC to the left. So from the starting of coding, we should, you know, security as a mindset. So yeah, that's it from my side. Yeah, you're free to contact me in media, and thank you very much. I believe it's not so boring for you because of, you know, I'm actually summarized it twice. My wife yesterday, we have a mock demo, you know. So she said, no, cut to half, you know. So that's why. So this is the third edition, version 3, you know. So sorry in case of this, a lot of technical things. So that's it, and yeah. Any questions? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your talk. I just want to understand the bits you mentioned about Prometheus. Are you suggesting that Prometheus is basically obsolete at this moment, in its current incarnation, is obsolete at this moment in measuring LLMs and in measuring outputs of the OpenAI system?
Yeah, this is a good question because of, yeah, I fan of the Prometheus. Prometheus is okay. They born with the Kubernetes and all the things, but it's born with the Kubernetes, but not with the LLMs, you know? So we're trying, we already changed, I believe, the storage 3 times, you know, because of Whirlpool, it was before, and now, and whatever. So because of, we have a problem on a scale with the Prometheus. First one, that's why we have a Thanos, because to mix the Prometheus, yeah. So in the OpenAI stack, in OpenAI case, they get this gap when the Prometheus down, but yeah, it can crash on a scale. We have a really problem to recovering because of indexes and whatever. You have do this a lot of by hands or automation and whatever. That's why we spend the time, they training, I don't know, the couple of months, and all this period, it's all about they didn't get the metrics, how the training model, because of Prometheus is die, And that's why I recommend, it's from my side, look to the new Grafana stack. I'm not familiar with the Grafana stack, but anyway, so just check, because of they changed the methods to collect the metrics without the labels and whatever. So it's actually really good for the scale and for the capacity. Yeah. So that's